Welcome, welcome, welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. Today we are talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 14. If you've got it, haunt it.
So, in all honesty, I give this episode 7. So we'll start there.
Okay. The costumes were cute.
Yeah,
That's all I have to say.
they're cute with one problematic one, but okay.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, quick summary of events for this episode. We see that the archives open. Drew is in a quandary. Cynthia and Mike are basking in the glow of marriagehood. Fallon hosts a Halloween party where a dead mermaid causes chaos with an Indian, Medusa, and a kitty cat. Meow.
So,
where do we begin? At the archives?
Which archives?
Ain't that what Marlo called her new shop, her showroom? Le
Oh,
Archive.
forgot about Marlo. Let's start with Marlo. I like her business idea. I think it's great.
Maybe she'll pay her Neiman Marcus bill now.
You know she got that taken care of. Quit playing. Well, at least that's what the people say.
Yeah, but like they're her clothes.
Yeah.
So she is one tall woman. Like
Mhm.
I can't. Like I can rent a scarf or maybe I wonder if she's doing
Accessories.
handbags.
Yeah, I'm sure she's got. I'm sure she's renting her accessories, and I'm sure those will be her best rentals.
Yeah, they were talking about like WAP juices and stuff like that. I was like, ew, I don't think I want to rent any of those clothes then. Never mind. But yeah, I think it's a great business venture for her. She's got the inventory. And she's got it set up really pretty. I think she'll do amazing with it. And she's not this isn't new for her. She's been in retail before. Remember she's had a store? Yeah. Okay. In the middle of a pandemic when we're not really supposed to be going anywhere. Oh, you mean with the clothes or with shopping? Because I could see Marlo like doing an online thing and then having the clothes delivered to whoever's home if they're in the Atlanta area. I could see her doing that for sure. Let's see. So Marlo picks this opportunity after Fallon, and because Fallon was also there when Kenya arrives.
Mm-hmm.
To congratulate Marlo and support her on opening up this new business. Fallon tells them that she's hosting this Halloween shindig and she's inviting them. Marlo can't attend, but Kenya's going to come. That's great. Fallon leaves. Marlo then sits Kenya down and lets her know that when she was at the niece's event, that LaToya spoke on her business regarding her divorce. I think she should have also mentioned that the ladies did defend her, but she didn't. That irritated me because she was thinking the worst of these ladies, but Drew and Portia did say that was wrong.
Exactly. And Marlo shouldn't have left that out.
Yeah, she should have included it. Like, you're just making things worse between Kenya and these ladies because now she's thinking the worst of them. Like, she's thinking of them like how we think of her, just the worst, that they're taking they're going to take that information and use it against her. Okay. So next we see Drew, and she has to go to New Orleans for work. But she's decided, along with production, to invite the rest of the ladies. And she talks to her mom because her family is from down in New Orleans and on her mom's side. And I didn't even realize that her mom was adopted. Isn't that crazy?
Me neither.
That was really cool because like they lived in the north, but she would go back down south, like I guess during the summers to visit with the family and stuff like that. And her mom, like she says she came face to face with racism like on the trip down where
Mm-hmm.
the segregated bathrooms, the segregated restaurants, you couldn't even have some place to sleep because a lot of places wouldn't take people of color. So that was a really nice segment for me. And her mom says she doesn't want to know who her biological parents are.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to know her, they would have found her in 70 plus years. Oof.
True.
And I kind of understand that thought pattern. I really do. But Drew wants to find out more. And then we hear about the situation with her oldest son. She was in a relationship with his father. He went to jail. He is now out of jail, and he would like to reconnect with Josiah. That's the little boy's name, Josiah?
Yeah, JoJo. I think they call him JoJo.
JoJo. Okay. So I can sense the hesitancy because is he serious about staying out? I don't want you to reconnect with my son and then bail and, be an absentee sperm donor. Are you going to be a consistent force in my son's life? And are you going to be a role model, somebody good that will mold him to be a great man when he grows up? Those were the initial questions that went through my parentless head. I don't know about you.
Right. So for me, it's interesting because, like, my dad was never around. When I say never, I mean absolutely never. And when I was young, my mother would always ask me, well, do you want me to find out where your dad is? And she asked me this all the way up until I was about 13 years old. I said, look, I appreciate what you want to do. It's not necessary. You've always been here. You're enough. I said, I can't worry about someone who's never been here. I'm only concerned with the people who have been here. So after we had that conversation, she never broached the conversation until I turned 18, and she asked me one more time. She said, well, you're 18 now, you're an adult. I just want to like, have you given any more thought? Do you want to know? Do you want me to find him? I'm like, it's not necessary. Like, I'm 18. I'm pretty much an adult. We're good. She's like, okay. And we've never talked about it again. I've seen a picture of him. And yeah, no denying that's my daddy. So we look pretty much dead on. But I get where JoJo's coming from. He's like, well, he's like, Ralph is my dad. He's been here, and I think I get where he's coming from. But I also get where Drew and Ralph are coming from too. And I thought it was just a really, really good scene, and like for people to see, like, hey, you can have these conversations with younger kids. Let them tell you what they want. And they were trying to push him and nudge him, but he kept fighting back. And I think they realized, like, okay, if we keep pushing on this, then he'll never want this relationship. Yeah. And they don't want to deny him that possibility of a relationship. So I'm glad they like kind of like came to a mutual understanding.
Well, he's a 9-year-old, and he stated quite clearly, nope. I think at the end they got out of him. I think maybe I'll think about it sometime in the future. Maybe. But at least they got that out of him. The door is not completely closed. Okay, so Jemmy, this is a good question. Did Drew forget? She said that Ralph treats Josiah differently, and she wishes that he had unconditional love. I think it's disgusting to stay with a man who treats your child like that. Didn't she say that though? What? She did. She did say that she felt that Ralph treats him differently.
Like Ralph was like she does treat him differently because he gives Josiah like that tough, that quote unquote tough love, whereas their other children, hey, they get the more softer side of him.
These are all some great points. That scene was rough though. He's a cute kid. I wish the best. And I hope all parents involved are there with only the best interests at heart for that little boy. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, grandma gonna get him.
Exactly.
Yes, Trey. The son was very clear, no matter how many different ways they posed the question.
Right. He was very firm in his stance.
This was kind of weird for me. Your old dad? What? But
right.
Then I'm thinking that she's gonna call Ralph the new dad, but she never did. So where's old dad? Like, I don't know. It's just a weird term. Yes, I was during the counseling session when they were outside. Yes. Thank you for reminding us of that. You know, it's that's a hard situation. Again, I wish them the best. I have no I feel really bad for them. Candy, on the other hand, is getting up early o'clock every morning, I guess, to do fitness. What was she doing? Yoga? Not yoga. I don't know. She was working out.
Yeah.
She's got a new acting role in the movie Envy. Yay!
Yep.
Does this mean that she's not going to do the production company and take over this show?
So we need to talk to her about that. She needs to put this acting gig to the side and work on production.
Oh God!
Do what's best for us.
Yes, and do what's best for this sad ass show. Next, we see Mike and Cynthia going to have lunch, and they're still like glowing in the afterglow of the wedding.
Next.
Yeah. Okay. Next. Wait. Drew calls to invite her to New Orleans. That's it.
Oh, beautiful. Next.
Yeah. Drew talks to Ralph. Oh, we already did this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I got out of this though? I didn't realize Drew had a titty tattoo.
Me neither.
I would have never thought that, but it was showing. It was peeking out in her confessional dress.
Yeah.
I think it was her confessional dress. I'm surprised. Okay. So next we go to Fallon, and she has decked out her house in full Halloween decor. It was pretty amazing. 3 days.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Yes, it was amazing. Now, on 3 days that she took to do her house, she could have done less with the house and spent 1 day on the food. I'm sorry.
She could have spent 5 minutes more on the food. It doesn't take that long to pick up the phone and call the caterer and say, send over a couple of trays of this, couple of trays of that, this, that, the other, third, and have some floating eyeballs and some punch.
Or you could have had Chick-fil-A cater, Panda Express could have catered, somebody could have catered, but for you to go to the neighborhood, well, it was like the neighborhood Chinese restaurant and get a couple cartons of food, yeah, no.
Sorry, no, Debbie, she won't. Who won't? Who won't when what? Yanni, what? Who won't? A party is a party. The only thing that I was wondering about in that whole party scene, how were the smoke alarms not going off in her house? It was super, super smoky. Unless she put the batteries out. Oh, right. Okay. All right. So who do we have here? Cynthia came to sanitizer. Real disappointment after 50 Cent. Phelan was an impressive Medusa. Candy was a cheetah. I like the plastic thing on her face. That was really cool. Shamia was an astronaut. Marlo didn't make it. LaToya was a dead mermaid. And who was the last person to show up?
Portia.
Portia was a kitty cat. And then we have the problem child, Kenya.
So there really wasn't much here, if we're being completely honest. There's a conversation between Kenya and LaToya. I need LaToya off my screen because she just aggravates me in every scene.
She makes no sense. She talks in riddles all the time.
You out here spreading Kenya's business, and you're talking about you loyal to her. How are you loyal to her? And then talking about you feel in the middle. That makes no sense. When you're loyal to someone, there is no middle.
And so then telling Portia that Kenya's jealous because they kissed. What? You're not that cute.
But the way Kenya's acting, I can see where she got that impression. It's not the fact that LaToya kissed somebody else; it's the fact that it was Portia. Let's just call a thing a thing. That's all it was. So, just annoying, and they kept going back and forth, and it made no sense. You know, Kenya, like, this chick is like throwing you under the bus a couple times now, so you should kind of get the clue. But hey, if you don't, that's your business. LaToya can go somewhere and sit down. She's always causing trouble for no reason. I mean, you think this is gonna get you a peach, but it's not, because you're just not likable. You have to be a likable villain. No one will ever. Okay, I won't say never, but most people aren't going to root for you. A lot of people root for Kenya because she has an interesting story. You can see where her hurt and her pain comes from, and she's always fighting. So we can relate to that, and we can root for her when she's not being down the gutter messing. LaToya, we don't really know your story. You seem to have no like redeeming aspects at this point. We don't care for you as you know, as a general public. You cause trouble at every turn, and that's all you have. I mean, we don't want you on our screens. So go somewhere. You know, had you given us LaToya forever, people would be just, you got a piece the next season, no problem. But you giving us, if this is LaToya Ali, then I don't care for her. Not as a friend, not as an extra, not as a maid. Don't care for you.
Honestly, I'm not surprised by her behavior, and I'll explain that to you when we're off the air. But yeah, she's just, I'm not surprised by her behavior. I'll leave it at that. What I was surprised at was Phelan's WWE impression, wanting to go off, running the 100-meter dash Olympic style through the house to go and get the golf club and do a Tiger Woods style swing on her.
I was like, ma'am.
I never saw that coming.
Me neither.
Never. But maybe the 3 baby daddy comment was what tipped it over.
Yeah.
Is
like,
that true?
How do you go to someone's home and insult them and their husband?
I know. So, this is what 65 will get you.
Yeah.
Who was it who said? Because I can't remember. Well, let's just get the age correct. It's 55.
I thought that was Portia.
Portia with these like sly shade sessions kill me. She did that remember when she did that with Kim? And she goes, how they gonna do that even though you got a whole whore daughter?
Yeah.
And no one caught it.
and your whole daughter.
Yes. Oh my God. I love Portia when she does that. Okay. So LaToya seems to be a possible interesting cast member until she messed everything up. Yeah.
I really think this is I think they thought they were gonna get LaToya forever. Because I don't really think that if she were not an acquaintance of Candy and had 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I don't think she would have been casted for the show. I'll be honest. I think they liked her as LaToya forever. But they did not expect to get this right here, and it's no one's going for it.
Okay, so Latoya said Portia corrected. Oh my God. I don't know. This, like, I was, most of the show, I was kind of checked out. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't playing games, I was kind of checked out until you saw that flash of Medusa turn that corner in the kitchen and run straight to the garage, and the, like, I guess producers or security or whoever had to jump in and hold her back because she had the club in her hand. Then I perked up. I never thought I'd see that. And Fallon just seems so composed and, like, kind of like Erica. I don't let that get to me, because, like, the comments that came from her, like, that's how poor people act. I would have never thought that other side was there with her.
Yeah, I never put anything past anyone, because no matter how nice you are, there's the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use myself as an example. When people hear me swear, sometimes they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you swore." I'm like, "Why not?" I said, like, here's the thing. When someone's nice, there's always an opposite side of the coin. I'm like, if you treat me nicely, I treat you nicely. If you treat me poorly, you're gonna get back 10 times what you gave me, and that's just what it is. So you could tell, like, Fallon you can just tell Fallon's the type of woman she's about her kids, she's about her family, about her husband. So I think Latoya had already, like, shaded her before, was rude to her before, but now I think the tipping point is the fact that you did it in her home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think she has a lot of respect for her husband. Like, that's just rude. Like, I don't know where basic manners are for a lot of these ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in our next show, when we're doing Married to Medicine, like, basic manners, like,
Right.
what the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
But, again, the whole fight made no sense. Why Latoya kept coming out of the car to keep fighting.
I'm gonna say this in response to that. If Latoya gets a second season, that will tell me production put her up to all these shenanigans. Because some of the things that she says and does just come out of nowhere for no reason. Because if you notice, all of the conflict lately has been with Latoya and somebody else.
But this is just a lot. It's too much, and it's unnecessary. How is production not seeing this isn't going to work? Like, just looking at the film when they're editing, I would say this isn't going to work. She's annoying for no reason.
Like I said, we'll know next season if she comes back. We'll know it's all for show.
Let's see. It could be respect or fear that her husband either would be mad at her for his image or refuse to let her be on the show. Who? Is that Fallon? Okay. Well, I think after that display, I don't think he wants any part of the show now.
Right.
And I think she would have made a really great addition to this show had circumstances been different.
Right. I mean,
like,
for me, this episode was pretty much, that was what it is at this point. Did we miss anything?
No. Oh, wait. Drew asked Ralph to get a private jet. And Drew's gonna let everybody get on the jet.
Right? Yay. And it won't be kept a secret either. I'm talking about that.
I know. Everybody will be able to go on the jet together. Oh my God.
Before we go, I saw a comment. No. So, Jimmy, do you think it's Fallon and her husband are having marital issues? Am I understanding that correctly?
Fallon seems scared of her husband? I don't think so. Even the bachelorette party, Fallon wasn't part of it, and she couldn't stay at the house for the whole girls' trip. That's because her husband came with her. They flew up in their private jet. I think she came late, and oh, they're separated now?
Wow.
Oh, wow. I hope the show didn't do it.
Very recent. Oh, wow.
Wow. I liked her.
Same here. Maybe this will be her storyline for next season.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Now that they're separating, maybe she can get on full time now. I liked her.
I like her a lot.
Unleash the dragon or the Medusa. Love it. Okay, guys, this was the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 14. If you've got it, Haunted. Let us know your thoughts, what you thought of this episode. I was neither here nor there with it. Jamal, you said you gave it a 7, right?
Yeah. A generous 7.
Leave your comments below. We do read them and we do respond. Give us a thumbs up if you like this episode, this recap. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend. Have them join us in the conversation. We really do need someone to talk to other than just the two of us. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.